Guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your very first time here, my name is Timmy. You all are welcome to my story. So guys, in today's episode I am going to be talking about how my parents found out I was pregnant and how I hid it for them for almost 2 months. So guys, so for those of you that have not watched the first and second episode, I'm going to put the link in the description box so that you click and you watch, please. So in the last episode I talked about how I found out I was pregnant and I almost got rid of it. So let's go right into today's episode. So when my mom came back from my grandpa's birthday, and she didn't even notice anything at all. The only thing that changed was my sleeping habit, because everything was still going the usual way, only the sleeping habits, and I was eating so well. So she asked me one day that, why are you always sleeping every time? And I said, I don't know, maybe I want to get sick. And she said, oh, hope it's not malaria because you're going to school soon. I said, no, I'll be fine. So when she mentioned you're going to school soon, I knew at that moment that I need to tell her before I resumed school and before before my tummy started getting bigger. So I had like 2 weeks to go to school, and I knew by that time I need to tell her before my stomach started getting bigger or people from outside start noticing. And I was so scared, so I started thinking like, okay, I need to tell her something that got her thinking, something like a hint that she would be the one to ask me herself. But I was so scared that I can't even come up with something. But I knew I need to tell her how to. So I keep thinking on how to tell her. But one day I summoned the courage to go to her, and before that day, I have tried to talk to her, but she's always with one person or the other. So she called me to bring something for her, which I did, and on getting to her place I found out she was the only one sitting alone, and I knew at that moment that this is the right time for me to talk to her. This is the right time. So I sat down there for like 5 minutes, and she was like, I thought we were doing something inside. That, do you want to say? And no, she didn't say do you want to say. She said, I thought we were, so she was like, I thought we were doing something inside. I was like, yeah, that I need to tell her something. I was like, okay. I was like, okay, I don't know what to say. Scratching my hair for like 1 minute. She said, if I don't have anything to say, I should just go away. I said, okay. That I dreamt that I dreamt that I heard a cry of baby in this house. I was like, that's a good dream. That maybe it's my sister. That maybe my sister is expecting a baby. And as at that time, my sister just got married 6 months ago. Before that time, so she said maybe it's my sister that she's expecting a baby. And at that moment I knew I need to stop. I just knew I need to stop talking again. So I went inside. I was like, what kind of person is this? Why did she twist my dream? Even if I know the dream is not true, but I know I need to go and sit up and rewrite my script. So I would need something to convince her a lot. So 3 days later, I said to myself, it needs to be told. So I went to her and I told her that the dream I told her 3 days ago, it is all about me. And she looked up and said, why will it be all about you?
So she said, are you Mary in the Bible? And since when have you found out you were pregnant? And I explained everything to her. And to my greatest surprise, she didn't touch me, she didn't beat me, and she asked me
The next thing she asked me was, how did you plan to tell your father? I was like, I don't know. She said, oh, are you planning to abort it? I said, I don't know, I don't think so. Like, okay, you better not think so, or you better not think of it at all. So she said, as from now, make sure you stop putting on tight clothes so that no one would notice anytime soon. I was there thinking, all my mind was, so all I was thinking before telling her was, she's going to beat me to stupor like normal African mother would do. But she didn't touch me, she didn't beat me. She was like, okay, that she would find a way to tell my father that I should go to school. It's almost time for me to go back to school, and I went to get some groceries so that I would take it along with me. and she told me to get Lipton and glucose, and I asked her what for. She said I will not get weak in order to attend class often. Then weeks passed. My pregnancy is almost 3 months. As at that time, I'm in school already, and my dad, and we've not told my dad. Even my roommate, as at that time, she did not notice anything at all, and my friends in school as well, they didn't notice anything at all. I guess the lifting is working well. So so in the next episode, I'm going to tell you guys how my roommate found out and how I was mocked by my friends. So she called me one day and told me that she'll be telling my dad today. And I knew that if my dad found out, all my siblings will get to know about it. So she called later in the day around 8 p.m. that I should call my dad, that she already told him that she is angry, that she just called to apologize. So I called my dad, and he was so angry on the phone. Now, why would you do something like that? I am disappointed in you. And stuff like that. And I told him, Daddy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I won't do that again. I won't do that again. So he just called. I think he said he didn't see anything. Yes, he didn't see anything. He just called the phone. And the next day, I knew I need to call him back. So I called him back the next day that, Dad, I'm sorry for yesterday. He was like, I couldn't sleep in the night. I was just thinking through the night. I was like, Mama was like, are you the one that got me pregnant? Let the person that got me pregnant be the one not to sleep in the night. So he said he couldn't sleep in the night. He was angry, but I need to beg, and beg him. Then, when it's time for the next holiday, I went back home and was so angry. Near seeing me, he was so angry that anytime he's here, I won't stay where he is. I will need to stay inside. Like, I'm almost indoors during that time when I go back to school, because my tummy is almost showing. Yeah, it's showing already. I think I was around 5 months at that time. So 5 or 6 months. And I couldn't go out because maybe people start criticizing me just to avoid any insults. So I was indoor all through, and especially when my dad is around, I'm always indoor. But I make sure that we are cool before I give birth. So guys, in the next episode, I'm going to be telling you how my roommate found out, and how my friends in school, how in fact how they mocked me behind me, and I later get to find out. And so guys, I'm going to end the video here. Do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment if you have not. So I'll see you guys in another episode. Bye.